defenseman picks it up, passes it up to a forward.
With like 7 seconds to go. Coast to coast.
What?
It's actually, yeah, Mike Richard, please don't touch him, he's pretty. Let go of him, he's old, like what is he gonna do? What are you doing? He's a baby, he would do nothing wrong.
Guy loves chicken too.
Chewbacca?
I said $1 million and the rights to Newfoundland.
She answered the question! Agree. I was right!
Honolulu.
You guys are so loud for people who are agreeing with each other.
Yes. I'm just generally kind of bummed, Alex.
I'll break away. You can't stop me now. Try and stop me how? Try to break up my old band with everything that I've got.
Good song.
Good song. Breakaway by Retcon, available everywhere that you get some music, iTunes, Spotify, and everything else, but most notably as the intro for the Coast to Coast podcast.
How many people are in Retcon?
There's 4 of us.
So you'd also get too many men in overtime as well.
We would also get too many men in overtime, but we know how to count to 4.
We did.
And it's our job to put 4 people on stage usually, not 3. Wow.
What a disappointing end to a disappointing game, in my opinion.
I was a little
With
preoccupied.
Calgary
I didn't
Detroit.
actually watch most of it, but yeah, that sucks.
Because I also missed it. Because my wife and I started, Christmas shopping and wrapping presents and everything. So that's what my night last night was kind of dedicated towards. But I did kind of see the reaction on, Flames Reddit and that stuff. And I thought, okay, well, if everyone's up in arms about it, surely the refs kind of jobbed us here. So then I saw the video. I saw what happened.
Yeah.
And then I also saw a video that the NHL put out a while ago that breaks down the too many men rule.
Okay.
And that's the rule, guys. If you have people on the ice that are coming on the ice and the people that are coming off the ice aren't within 5 feet of the bench, and they weren't, that's too many men. It sucks that people getting off the ice didn't dig in. But
right now, and it was at oh no, it wasn't that. I thought it was much later into overtime that they scored that.
No,
but it was like halfway through.
I don't know. Merrick, has your coach ever told you when you're getting off the ice,
hustle?
Get off?
Yeah, basically. I remember last season we had a guy who was a lot slower than I was, and I got on the bench. I got off the ice onto the ice a lot quicker than he got off the ice, and I touched the puck. And when I realized that, I was like,
beans.
Dang it. And now he gets a penalty because I was too quick.
Yeah. From success.
But even though just looking at obviously the way this game ended, it does suck. It is funny how all 3 goals are power play goals.
I was about to say.
But also it is a brutal way to end it, as well as not often there's not many penalties that do get called in overtime. And I get Calgary still lost, but you went 1-4 on the power play, as well as Detroit went 2-4. So you had the opportunities.
Yeah, it's said often that special teams will win you games, and this is a glaring example of that.
And Vladar was in net?
That's another game. It was the same thing with the Ottawa game. We're taking way too many penalties here. It's pretty nuts. Although actually we're not, because penalty minutes are only 8 and 8. So maybe I should just shut up because I didn't actually watch the game.
Last episode
Good talk.
it was fairly avoidable penalties, like Kevin Ball's delay a game. Granted, I also haven't actually seen the actual penalties outside of the too many men in overtime.
Calgary's also ranked 9th in the NHL in penalties.
9th in a good way?
9th, and you've gotten the 9th most penalties.
So 9th in a bad way.
I'm looking at the penalties here, and there's a Dylan Larkin delaying game face-off violation penalty.
Sorry, I just want to correct myself. 10th.
Okay.
A what?
A Dylan Larkin delaying game face-off violation penalty in the third.
Penalty for that?
I'm very curious as to what that was.
There's been a lot of weird penalties recently. Was it in the Nashville game that Nashville got a penalty for starting the wrong lineup?
That was
cool.
I don't know how you do that.
No, but that is like.
Like how
that-
many pieces of paper does an organization print off before a game that tells you
And also-
exactly what the starting
also,
lineup
like,
is?
okay, let's say the starting lineup for Nashville was I don't know the lines off the top of my head, but Forsberg, Stamkos, O'Reilly. Sure, we'll do and with Yossi and their other defensemen, whoever.
Yeah. Just the one other.
But wouldn't those 5 be on the ice? Isn't that like kind of a given?
the guys that are on for the
It's
anthem.
like, hey, you're on the first line. Okay, what does that mean? You're on the ice for the anthem. Simple enough.
yeah,
It's
be there. You got
so-
one spot to be.
And you also if you notice the mistake, you could just, hey, come off. You have to come off. We screwed up. Let me go on.
Yeah. Silly willies.
I know
Yeah.
Jessica Campbell was the one to point it out.
Yes, I did see that. That was really cool.
What did you say, sorry?
Jessica Campbell was the one
Oh, I
who pointed
see.
out for Seattle, being like, that's
Yeah.
not the right lineup.
That was fun.
Shout out Jessica Campbell.
Yeah.
I can't find the video of that penalty at all, so I'm very curious what happened there. I might have to go
The
back.
Nashville.
Maybe it was fake.
The Nashville.
No,
one?
the Dylan Larkin face-off violation penalty. Very curious what happened there.
Anyway, despite dropping our last 2, we still picked up a point, and we're still second in the Pacific. So you know what? It's fine.
3
Everything's
points
okay.
back of Vegas,
Pacific.
3 points back of Vegas, correct.
and we head into a back-to-back tomorrow, both on the road. Columbus, in what I'm sure will be an emotional game, and then Pittsburgh on the 30th, and then they're back home for the night of our next show to face Columbus, where we mentioned last show that the Goudreaus will be present.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go on the probably what's going to be one of the most difficult 5 days of the Calgary Flames' schedule. I think this is going to be tough for both teams, honestly, because I don't know. We talked about it a lot at the beginning of the season, where there does come a point where you can't have a funeral before every game. Like obviously it's super sad, but
Yeah.
you can't do that before every game. They did it. They had it in their home opener. They had it when they went. I don't know if they played anyone else's home openers, but they went through it once or twice. Now they get to do it 2 more times. So that's.
But
I mean, obviously,
like
it's
these,
gonna be great. It's gonna be.
it's a bit
fantastic to
different with
watch.
these 2 more times because it's the teams that
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah, yeah.
Gaudreau only played for.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, but it's still gonna be.
Oh,
It's
100%.
like they have to relive it again. So, and I remember that home opener, seeing the tears. It was brutal.
There was an article written by Eric Francis on Sportsnet. It was published today, just at around 2:45, and it's about Sean Monahan and living like 2 doors down from the Goudreaus.
Yeah.
He goes over there daily. Worth the read, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not to get too deep into the Jackets here, but I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure Sean will be in his feelings a bit,
Oh, yeah.
especially because I imagine they're probably going to do something as well when they come here. Like maybe like the Goudreaus do like a ceremonial puck drop, and Monahan will be the center for that with Pickup Backlund.
Probably back.
I would think so. Yeah, just
I think like for the
Go
lines,
with the article.
it'll be the ones that kind of played with Goudreau the most, I would think. Like,
Well, see, but that's also the thing. I don't know if you change the lines like in the actual hockey game, because obviously you don't want to. It's still a hockey game, right?
no, but you got to think about it like that. Like, I think in this circumstance, it does end up being okay. Because like,
I mean, the Flames are going to beat Columbus. The Flames are going to beat Columbus.
I wouldn't
both
be,
times.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be so sure.
I think they are. But I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, but I don't think you want to.
But like,
Obviously, it's gonna be sad. You're gonna have your
but again, like
tribute.
you do it for one shift, and you go on the bench, you change it, and get back to normal.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what. Yeah. Okay. You don't
Or maybe,
stay that.
or
way
maybe
long.
like the Flames do adjust the lineup and just run that the game, and maybe if
I
it
mean,
works, it works.
It works. Yeah.
But what I think they'll end up doing is just they start the lines that they play that one shift to be like, okay, this guy go back here, this guy goes here, and then we're all back to normal, and we just move on to the rest of the game.
Yeah. Anyway, your Pittsburgh Penguins might get a little lucky on Saturday, having to play Calgary between those 2 games. That's not a bad place to be.
Dude, Pittsburgh Penguins need a lot more than luck to do something. We got a nice win last night, but we still almost choked that away. But
Cole Caulfield also got his 13th goal of the season in Columbus last night.
Oh no way!
in the 13th
Yes.
minute,
It's actually wild, like how many of these things just kind of ended up lining up. Like obviously,
it feels like a weird
13th
coincidence.
home
Yeah.
game of the season. Like just so much 13s
really?
going around.
And they didn't. Obviously, you can't plan that. There's no
it's
way
just
in hell you
how
plan
it
that.
worked. It's wild because the schedule was already out. Obviously,
Yeah.
when it happened. It's just
Yeah.
so weird.
That is weird.
So weird. Anyway,
I just ran back to Johnny's first NHL game. I'm curious who was on the Flames roster at that point. And oh boy, is this list depressing.
oh no,
Oh my god. There's a player here who's -2. If you want to share my screen, Chad Billins.
who?
I don't know.
Chad Billings.
I don't know who Chad Billins is, but you know,
Who is
Flames
that
fans.
guy?
Flames fans will know Lance Boma, Joe Colborn, TJ Gagliardi, Mark Giordano, who maybe will make an appearance.
Wouldn't he not be playing?
No, but like he can. I imagine he's in the box with Johnny's family.
Is he not playing
He's not
right now?
He's not under contract at all.
But
Oh, what?
I
thought he
don't
was in
know.
Toronto.
I found that it's hard. I don't know. I know with baseball, if they're kind of under contract with someone else, and if they're not necessarily, but if he's not under contract,
I was looking at his
maybe,
Puckpedia and it said he's under no current contract right now.
Okay.
Huh. Yes, he'll probably be there.
What website is that? I'm just curious.
This
as
is
well.
Hockey Reference. Man, the Flames were bad for a while. Holy, oh my God.
And now we're good.
Yeah.
I'm curious how many of these names in like 10 years that we're going to look back on. Like how many names on the current roster that we're going to be like, who was that? Pospisil.
not Tyson Berry.
Man, there's a couple of years ago, the Flames had a guy named Buddy Robinson.
I don't want to talk about Buddy Robinson.
And I look at
That guy was the reason that Pittsburgh didn't make the playoffs and set the record for 17 years straight was Buddy Robinson. And Anthony Ciu.
I look at that name like, oh hey, Buddy Robinson, that's a guy.
Buddy Robinson. He
Like
existed.
I'm looking at this roster, Chris Breen. Oh hey, Chris Breen.
Breen?
Yeah, Christopher Breen, Breen.
Dude, I have no idea you're finding this because
Brie, like the cheese.
What do you want from this list?
I'm just curious. I want to look at myself. What are
Oh,
you doing?
yeah.
Who
Those-
was Gaudreau's first game against?
Boston.
Vancouver.
Vancouver. Interesting.
He scored in his first NHL game.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
shot.
I remember that. Johnny
J-
Hockey.
Joe Colborn and Chris Breen assisted on it.
Who do you guys think has
Oh,
the
yeah.
best first NHL goal?
Tim
Austin Matthews.
Stutzel is probably very, very, very high on that list.
I have two. Mario Lemieux, because he went end to end and did what ended up being
Know these?
his signature move. And I believe his name is Zach Benson.
Who?
He plays
How
for
about
the
now,
he plays for the
Benson?
How about now, Benson?
because I think he plays for Buffalo, and his first goal was against the Capitals where he went through the legs bar down. His first NHL goal is when he takes the puck.
Oh, the
and
Sabres guy.
Yeah, it's this. This is his first NHL career goal.
I don't know. Look up.
This is Zachary Benson's first NHL career goal.
This is horrible listening. I'm
100%.
sorry.
What? Oh my God.
Play-by-play is
Okay, that was
Jack
pretty
Eichel,
nasty.
who was on the Sabres at the time,
That was
pokes the puck loose. Zachary Benson takes it on a short mini breakaway thing just with him and the goalie, and decides to go. I'm gonna go my first NHL goal. Put the puck through my legs and then go bar down,
That's crazy.
which is insane
That is nuts.
for your first NHL goal ever.
That is.
And I
pretty
believe you
impressive.
did that, and I was gonna say did it against Braden Holtby, but no, you did it against Darcy Kemper. But that dude,
That's crazy.
it's like, oh,
I don't like.
how did you score your first goal? Off a rebound. Oh, how did you score your first goal? Just I got a lucky shot. I went through the legs, bar down.
Every time we do a show, I'm always so impressed with the things that you guys know.
I
wouldn't have been able. I can't pull that out.
My
I don't know.
parents have stopped searching things up
They
and just
you
ask me.
instead.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Both like you.
Look up Tim Stutzel's first NHL goal. It is nuts.
I'm just saying Austin Matthews because he scored 4.
He scored 4, and then the Leafs lost.
I think, yeah,
That's
Let's
probably the
talk
most
about that part.
disrespectful. But
well,
Tim-
Lemieux's first one too. They made that move and then ended up becoming his signature
Yeah.
move.
Did you just do the
Tim-
move like as if you were playing NHL?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Tim Stutzel. So his first NHL goal was against the Leafs. I think it was during the pandemic seasons, because I don't think there was anyone in the stands. I might be wrong. Might have been just before.
No one's in
It
the
was
stand.
on Jack Campbell, and for whatever reason, I think it was a shot, and the puck goes up in the air, and it's either the fraction of a second that it lands, or he hits it like
It
when
literally,
it's still in the air,
it bounces and then he hits it again. That is a very nice
and
goal.
like slams it top corner on Jack Campbell. Unbelievable goal.
I was just searching up some first goals the other day out of just pure curiosity.
And boredom largely.
That
I'm excited for
that
Wolf
too.
to get his first goal.
That too.
Against the Pittsburgh
Quick
Penguins.
trivia.
Imagine.
Who did Sidney Crosby score his first NHL career goal against?
Martin
Oh,
Brodeur.
A team.
Okay.
And I can tell you it is not him. I just want to see if any of you get this.
Well, I mean, we got a 1 in 31 chance.
Montreal
No.
It
Canadiens.
was probably
'cause
30 at
So
that point.
Montreal.
No.
Is either the Canadiens or Rangers? I think.
So
I'm torn between
Montreal-
those
You're
two.
going with Canadians?
I'm going Canadiens.
I'll go Rangers then.
Okay.
I'll guess the Canadians as well.
You were all wrong. It was the
Canadiens?
Boston Bruins.
What?
Yeah.
I would have known that.
Oh, my bad.
Great.
I didn't either. I literally just searched it up last night out of boredom. So
Fair.
Why don't I think it was against whatever?
I just wanted to see, like, what if you just searched up who has the best first NHL
This guy
goal?
does.
Like, who comes up?
Snoopy?
We're on the segment a lot longer
Yeah.
than I thought we would be.
Oh, well, hey, everyone just has their goalie goal. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess
Like, it
so.
literally
Yeah, I
goes
mean, I
Ron
guess, yeah.
Hextall. I'm like, oh,
That
okay,
makes
well, that's
sense.
that's
the best
different.
first NHL goal is likely a goalie goal, which makes
Like
sense.
the-
Oh, yeah, they're all
Like-
goalie goals.
That would make sense.
The best, like, yeah.
I like Tristan Jarry's goal on himself. Oh, wait, no, that was not Tristan Jarry. That was another Pittsburgh
This is a
Penguin
good
that
goal.
did that, though.
You mean Lindgren? That happened last night?
No, he's
No,
talking.
last-
He's
I'm
talking about the
making fun of you.
Yotes thing with Letang.
That had nothing to
This
do
is
with.
Snoopy and-
I know.
So you mean on the you mean the delayed penalty where Jarry was off the ice and Malkin misplayed the puck and then it went in the net?
Yeah.
Oh.
Malkin
So that-
scored on his
something
own
that
goal.
had nothing to do with Jarry.
Yeah, of
I
course,
forgot, because
that's
Jarry
why.
actually got a goal.
That is true against Tampa.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let's move on to the Rangers.
I like
Rangers.
it.
Alrighty.
Wait, that is okay.
What is
Yeah,
going on with the Rangers?
A-
Let us know. In
Too
the comments
much.
below. Anyway.
So
Okay, Phil. They are currently on a 4-game losing streak,
they are.
dropping games to the last one was November 19th against the Canucks. They then lost 3-2 to the Flames, 6-2 to the Rangers. Nope, 6-2 to the Oilers,
There it is.
5-2 to the Blues, and 4-3 to the Hurricanes last night.
Why in the world is the New York Rangers website pushing me an article from October 2nd?
You
Because
love
not a lot
you
of
and
teams update their actual
Phil.
team website.
I saw a thing that was like Rangers assigned 5 players to Hartford. I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Oh, it's October 2nd, 2024.
I
What
just-
use does that give me?
I just searched up like the Rangers, right? All I searched up was New York Rangers, and this video comes up and goes, Sidney Crosby to Toronto, plus New York Rangers having a fire sale.
and they are.
Sidney Crosby to Toronto?
In what world has that? Like, how is that going to work?
That'd be wild.
So
Yeah,
that was.
but in cap space,
Yeah.
no.
I think that was brought up on Overdrive by I think Brian Hayes, and it just kind of caught fire from there.
The Rangers or the?
Think no, the Crosby to the Leafs thing.
That would be nuts. I think
Yeah, that was before he signed. Was that whole Leafs thing? He's not. He can't go to the Leafs because the Leafs have nothing. They have no cap space, and they have to focus on signing Marner.
I thought we
Anyways,
were talking about the Rangers.
back to the Rangers.
So this Rangers segment.
There are some people on the Rangers who are not safe anymore.
Flames, Oilers, Blues, and Hurricanes all beat the Rangers. They play the Flyers tomorrow.
If they lose to the Flyers,
What
they're
a great bounce back opportunity.
Hey, the Flyers
Yeah,
beat
well.
the Predators last night in a very
That's a brag.
yeah, but like they scored with 14 seconds left and then won in overtime, which is kind of impressive. But anyways,
not
the articles that I've seen kind of coming up have been that Trouba's on the chopping block for getting traded.
Trouba.
Chris
Yeah.
Kreider, Mika Zibanejad is having not a very good season whatsoever.
He's got 15 points.
Yeah, but most of them are
21
assists.
games.
He's,
yeah, 11
he's supposed
assists.
to have more.
He should have
Yeah. Igor
Zibi.
Shesterkin, 8 wins in 16 games, 2.98 goals against, and a 9.11 save percentage.
911.
And he's
Calling
and he's allowed in his past 3 games, which have all been losses. He's allowed
Riley Smith
11 goals.
is on the New York Rangers. Riley Smith is
Yeah,
on the New
I was
York
so happy
Rangers.
when yeah.
Whoa.
I literally,
Matt Rempe getting called up though. Let's go.
I swear to God, they drop him and the next
Mr.
day just pick
Goon.
him back up.
The goon himself, Matt Rempe, 4 games, 7 penalty minutes. I thought it was going to be more than that.
But
Good for you, Matt Rempe.
who do you trade?
Probably Matt Rempe.
I think you get Trouba out of there.
And
I
give him-
forgot
and
that he
point
was with the
cap-
team before the Rangers.
Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely forgot he was a Jet.
Didn't like him on the Jets either.
Yes.
But who's gonna take
Yes.
Trouba?
Yeah, Trouba's got 6 points in 21 games. That's not very good.
Defenseman, to be fair.
Yeah, still.
He's also not a
Captain
very
also.
offensive defenseman either.
But who would need a very enforcer-like defenseman right now?
Calgary.
Pick a team that needs size. Any team that needs size.
Calgary.
Devils.
Toronto.
Yeah, but
Toronto can't
dude,
afford
I was gonna say you gotta keep in mind Toronto can't afford anything,
Toronto
and they
can't
have to
afford
focus
Wolf.
on re-signing Marner.
Oilers.
Oilers couldn't afford him.
I mean,
What's his cap hit?
You would need to send Nurse the other way.
What is
yeah, but the Rangers say no to that too.
Yeah.
yeah?
No one wants
What is what's Trouba's cap hit?
What do I think it's in the 7s?
What should be like 10?
I don't think it's 10.
I don't think it is either.
I think it'd be a much bigger talking point if he was in the 10s.
That would be nuts.
Trivia: Who's the hottest New York Ranger?
Zibanejad.
No, I know this. You're just
The
like, I know
hottest
this.
New York Ranger.
Jonathan Quick. Peter Laviolette.
You're not gonna say laugh.
I'm gonna say Brett Berard.
No, it's Brett Pesci. That he doesn't play for the Rangers.
Nailed it.
Lovely.
I'm gonna say Brett Berard. That's my guess for you, Kate.
I'm saying Chad Ruhwedel. That guy is smash.
He looks like an egg.
Exactly, smash.
Humpty Dumpty.
Okay, wait. Another quick trivia thing. How much do you
We
think?
don't know the answer yet, Barry.
What?
my
We haven't
apologies.
gotten from
We
Mike.
haven't gotten there
I'm
yet.
not even seeing the person that you said.
Brett Berard.
Oh.
Scored his first NHL goal last night.
No,
Yeah, he did.
you don't see it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to
No,
you,
this
man.
is making me rethink some things.
Like,
Okay,
he's
and-
a good-looking dude.
It's Braden Schneider.
Let me see here.
Sure.
Or
Anyway.
Riley Smith.
No, I disagree.
What?
Okay, what do you
Berard is
what did you
more
say
attractive.
that Trouba's cap hit was?
I think in the 7s, maybe low 8s.
Okay, he is on year 6 of 7, and he makes $8 million.
Okay, yeah.
Must be nice.
You think?
Yeah, I do think. That's why I said it.
Like, it's almost, in my opinion, a bit high.
They're still so the Rangers are still in a win now phase, especially with them setting a franchise record last year.
And when they're focusing on signing Shesterkin, because that's still a whole big issue.
You definitely don't want to retain on that deal either, do you?
No, because you don't want as much cap space as possible to make sure that that one of the best goalies in the NHL does not hit the free
I was
market.
about to say, so you don't Boston yourself.
Yeah, because I can guarantee you, every team in the NHL, even if you don't have the cap space, will be like, I need Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah, we need Shesterkin. Everyone needs Shesterkin.
No matter, except maybe the Jets.
You know who really needs Shesterkin?
The Penguins.
Colorado Avalanche.
The Penguins have actually worse.
Also the Penguins.
The
too.
Penguins actually have worse goaltending than the Avalanche.
I made that joke with the Ben Kindle video in the group chat of him just playing soccer, and I was like, the Colorado Avalanche and the Pittsburgh Penguins are now interested in him as a goaltender. He can stop a soccer ball.
Yeah, I think
Something Tristan Jarry can't do.
Tristan Jarry's allowed in 6 out of 7 games he's played. He's allowed a goal within the first 5 shots.
That's insane. That's Jacob Markstrom numbers.
I kind of like that the Rangers are doing this. That they're giving the message of like fire sale, get rid of everyone,
No one's safe.
and they're still in the first wildcard spot in the East.
Yeah,
Just-
but
just kind of set that standard of
Yeah. We need to
this,
be
this,
winning
is,
more.
this is what the expectation is, and at least 6 of you are not living up to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that. I think that's a smart move.
who's like, are they doing good like points wise for their team? Whoa, hello.
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 Did
Panarin.
you
Well,
see Braden Schneider?
no, I saw Artemi Panarin with 26 points, but okay, so you have Artemi Panarin,
You do.
and then second is Will
Arnett?
Well, Cooley.
Cooley with 18, tied with Adam Fox.
How many coolies are in
It's
hockey?
different.
He's this is
so many
spelled this is spelled
Ow.
Cuylle, not like Logan Cooley.
Cuy?
LLE. Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes Panarin with 26, then Will Cooley with 18, as well as Adam Fox with 18, Lafreniere with 16, and then Zibanejad with 15. And Trocheck, who had an amazing year last year, is at 10.
And same amount of game. He's
And-
played every game.
He's played every game. Chris Kreider, who's played 2 games less than the Rangers, has 9 points.
Yeah, this is kind of a situation. I mean, we joke about it. Like, why not just switch half the roster from the AHL team to the NHL team? Why not?
I've
Just
literally
say it.
always
Just do
thought
it.
that when they're struggling, I'm like, just switch it up a bit. But
Just
I guess
give
a lot
the
of people
kids some
have
time.
contracts that they can't.
Yeah, but those
down.
aren't kids. Like,
Yeah.
Kreider having 9 points in 21 games is
Okay, send him to the E. It's fine.
the E?
The ECHL.
No.
I mean,
He's one
The E.
I think, to be honest,
Guys never
I
heard
do
of the
think he's the
East Coast
first.
League?
I think he's the first one to go if the Rangers do trade someone. I think he's the first one. Him or Trouba.
the
Did Calgary
Rangers,
want him?
the Rangers AHL team are not doing that well either.
Oh, bummer.
Well, okay, I say that.
How's their East Coast League team?
I don't even know. No clue. But
There's like no paper trail to
for
that.
their A team,
Why is
on
Boston's
website.
AHL team so good? If 30,
Providence Bruins?
14 wins, 4 losses.
No,
This is the
that's-
Providence.
What are you
That's
looking at?
Washington's. That's
Oh.
Yeah,
Washington's.
that-
Hershey's
Yeah,
always
that's same
good.
thing. Yeah, no, yeah.
Hershey's always so good though.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. The Boston Bruins, they're better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Hershey Bears are 11 points.
There's
up
a
on
team
second.
literally
not
called
the
the
Providence
Bruins.
Yeah,
Bruins.
I looked down and then I said before I said anything, or after I said something.
The Hershey Bears are 11 points up on the team behind them.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy. Who's the team behind them? Wranglers?
No, the penguin, the baby penguin.
Oh, we're
Yeah, the,
looking
ba-
at
the Baby
conference.
Pens, the Charlotte Checkers, and the Hartford Wolves.
That's what happens when you put a
Can we-
bad
can
NHL
we-
goalie in.
Can we? That is true. Tristan Jarry won like 5 games in a
Yeah.
row.
The
Can we
Wranglers
like
are first in
switch
the
like how good the AHL team is for Pittsburgh to like the NHL level?
That's kind of what happens every like 6-7 years.
The Wranglers are first in the Pacific Division.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, they
They're
are.
5 points up on Coachella.
Yeah, Wranglers are good.
Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
They announced the Coachella lineup the other day.
Neat. So
I was like, why
It's
do they
performing
know who's
real-time word
playing already?
association.
Like,
No,
I
like
thought
the-
you meant like their starting lineup.
No,
Yeah.
like the concert, the festival.
I know.
Anyway,
So-
They're second in the league. Holy.
yeah, the Wranglers are always really good too.
Good for them.
And they're doing it right now without Dustin Wolf because obviously he's in the NHL.
Devin Cooley's
Speaking
amazing.
of Devin Cooley, I pitched this, and it's kind of a little segue into the Colorado segment if we're ready to move off the Rangers
Yeah.
here.
No, yeah, go ahead.
I'm not 100% sure what you want to talk about for Colorado. However, I pitched this little trade.
I'm
that I
just
think
going up
might
to
work.
find it again. I was the one that
pitched-
I disagree with this one. I believe
You said no, so I added a pick. But Ivan and Casey Middlestat go to the Calgary Flames. Dan Vladar and Martin Pospisil go down to the Colorado Avalanche.
So-
and then Cooley and Wolf go off.
I still say no because
can I
Even
change-
with the 2025
can I-
second round?
Can I
Yeah.
change my answer?
2026 second round?
so the reason I say no is one, Middlestad was like this at the beginning and he's like this now.
Is
He's not very good and Colorado's not going to trade a top prospect that has been actually doing decent for them in Ivan.
That's true.
And if you're Calgary, I get that you do have a rookie goalie in Wolf who's been doing very good.
Yeah.
But you also need a veteran to be like, okay, like if Vladar loses 6-1 next game versus if Dustin Wolf loses 6-1 the next game, Vladar is much more likely to have a better bounce back game because he's a veteran.
Yeah, fair enough.
Having 2 rookie goalies, and let's say, again, this is a very, very weird hypothetical situation, but let's say you play 2 teams, doesn't matter. You lose 6-1 with Wolf and 6-1 with Cooley, you're in a very weird spot that they've just got their confidence shot.
Shattered, yeah.
So if you have Dan Vladar or a veteran goalie who's like, yes, we lost 6-1, but next game I know I can go out and we can win that game 3-2, for example. That's that kind of position I was going in. And I think trading Popisil for Middlestad, you're almost losing because Middlestad's like ice time got diminished the moment Arturi Lehkonen came back as well as Nichushkin.
So the reason that I am changing my mind from yes to no on this one, it's not because of everything you just said. It's
I think what I said was kind of valid.
It was very
because Calgary's looking for a second line center that they can use for the next 4 or 5 years, and that is
top 6 center.
That is a Casey Middlestat. That is a potentially future Ivan.
Yeah.
However, there's no way Colorado would give up 2 centers
Especially with one being so young.
for one center/winger.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, there's no way to blow a hole in the center of their team for that. I don't think
Their goaltending sucks, though. They need a goalie.
it does, but
Not
Their best goalie in save
not as bad
percentage
as-
right now is Trent Miner.
not as bad as killing 2 of your centers for a goalie.
Yeah, that's true.
Because right now from what I've heard rumors wise is that the Avalanche are going after John Gibson because John
I
Gibson
also
is
have heard
available.
Yeah, but John Gibson's been available since time started.
I know, like, dude, even like he was available 3 seasons ago, and like everyone was after.
He's been in talks every year.
John Gibson currently this season has played. Whoa, that's a lot better than I thought. 5 games played, 4 wins, 2.57 goals against, and a 9.25 save percentage. So compared to the other goalies, here's Colorado's 3, and here's Gibson.
Bear in mind he's on the Ducks.
And
Surprised Gibson hasn't
it's quite.
posted on
And the
his
funniest
Instagram
part.
story.
Sorry.
I'm surprised Gibson hasn't posted in his Instagram story every year in black and white saying big things coming.
And one of the
Nothing
funny
ever
part is he's
happened.
not even the best goalie in the Ducks.
You love Lucas Dostal, don't you?
Dude, the guy's insane. Like he is so good. When I watched him, dude, Pittsburgh had like when I know this is the Halloween game and it's Pittsburgh because I did watch the game.
There's also the Colorado
But,
segment.
dude,
They keep talking
they had-
about Anaheim.
Dude, Lucas Dostal's 14. Oh, okay, maybe not as good, but dude, I don't know. I'm just saying Lucas Dostal's young. He helped Czechia win the Worlds. So that's why they're getting rid of Gibson, and that's why I think Colorado should be the front runners for Gibson. Because are there any other like decent NHL goalies on the market right now?
I don't think so.
Other than like last season when Olmark was available, Markstrom was available,
So-
and then that weird space that Swayman was available.
Yeah.
Bear in mind it's November, so a trade market hasn't really been established.
True, there's been like
Outside of the Rangers and Gibson, who else is gonna get traded?
Me.
anyone on the Penguins for a fire sale. It's basically any team that's going under a fire sale. But even then, like there's no, like if you trade now, it's kind of not the best unless it's like a player for future considerations or a player for like a 4th or a 5th or a 6th round pick.
That's why I tend to wait until like closer to the trade deadline.
Because then people will overpay for everything on the trade deadline.
So I want to get the Avalanche because they continue to have more injury trouble.
And I know
Jonathan Drouin, who just came back, is now back injured again. He's now week to week.
Yikes. I also want to highlight. I know Colorado's goaltending is bad, but Georgiev played very good yesterday. He had a 9.47.
Did I see? Maybe it was like a fake thing. I swear I saw something on Instagram that was like, I don't remember which one. I think it was the Noonan had like a goals against average of like 20.
No,
Or
it was in the beginning of the season, Georgiev has like minus 46.
That's probably what I saw.
But again, the stats were inflated because of
Stuff.
yeah.
Bruno article by Josh Wagman on the score. Drouin had just returned to the lineup less than 2 weeks ago after missing 16 games with an injury he suffered in the season opener, and now he's back week to week, injured again with an upper body injury.
And he was actually like producing when he was like 5 games played, 4 points.
That's not bad.
Hey, he's almost at 100 career goals. He's at 98
Hasn't he been in the NHL
Yes,
forever?
since 2014.
Yep.
He played for
Years in the
played
NHL, and
3
he's
I
almost at
think
100
he's had
points.
some trouble in places for sure because he was on Montreal, right?
He started as a hab, and then he went to
Yeah.
the Lightning.
the most goals the most goals he's scored for a team was in 2016-2017 with the Tampa Bay Lightning. He scored 21. Oh wait, whoa,
21?
I take it back. Oh, that's assist. Never mind.
It was 9 plus 10.
To anyone? You stupid.
You stupid.
But-
Remember?
Throwback.
Are Colorado currently in a playoff spot?
I think they're in the first wild card.
That's really weird. I mean, to be fair, you're getting carried by McKinnon and Makar.
They are in the first wild card, so they would play the Vegas Golden Knights right now.
They just beat him last night. Again, like looking at the standings right now is kind of useless because again, tomorrow there's like 4 new teams are going to be in a playoff spot.
Well,
You said that, but also like you keep saying that 4 new teams are going to be in playoff spots, yet the 3 each spot in the West has not changed.
I mean,
okay,
it
so
is-
Boston went into the 3rd spot in the
The
Pacific.
West.
Oh, the West. Sorry.
I mean, it is like it is American Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Americans. And this is around the time that NHL analysts would like kind of peek at the standings to see who's going to be in and who's going to be out.
I hate that this so much. They're like, everyone's in a playoff spot is like right now is most likely going to be the teams in the playoffs. And it's like, okay, but that's not always the case. You're looking at just statistics.
Do you know what
Anything can
most
happen.
likely means?
Yes, but I'm just saying that's what they go off of. And they'll be like, Calgary's now going to, like, people literally be like, Calgary's guaranteed to make playoffs because they made it, they're in a playoff spot.
It's guaranteed.
A lot of, that's
You
just,
shouldn't listen to anyone who says guaranteed.
the only guaranteed team to make the playoffs at this point is probably the Jets.
I would say there's no guaranteed team because no one has an X next to their name.
Yeah, that's what the X means.
Fair? I'm just saying, I think if you have,
Could you imagine?
if you have eight,
Somebody was
if you have
clinched
18,
already.
if you have 18 wins and 5 losses, I think you're pretty safe.
They could just
Didn't they
go
just
on an
lose to, like,
8
someone really
million
bad?
game
The
losing
Jets?
streak.
Yeah, they just lost to the Kings. I guess they're not really.
I was going to say they're not that bad.
Still, 4-1.
Yeah, but the last game they beat Minnesota 4-1, who's third in the league.
Yeah, fair enough. Winnipeg Jets do be still winning games.
Winnipeg Jets
No wonder
doing
they're
Winnipeg
called
Jets
Winnipeg.
things.
What?
What'd you say?
I don't know. I said Winnipeg. That's all I said.
Word. Anyways, so on the top, we've been talking about goaltending a lot, and you referenced earlier that sometimes goalie goals happen.
Oh, I had a lead in for this, but that's okay. You finish it.
And I think one of the greatest NHL goalie goals happened last night.
It was funny.
And it happened that Braden Point. You need to tell me these things before the show starts.
I did though.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said to everyone, "Hi, I have a lead in for the."
Okay, maybe I.
Do you remember?
Whatever.
Okay, maybe I wasn't listening.
Whatever, it's
Well,
fine.
Braden Point's
Lost my hat.
Braden Point's hat trick goal came off of the greatest goalie own goal that I think I've ever seen in my life.
I still don't fully understand why.
For those, I'm assuming everyone who watches this will know what happened, but Charlie Lindgren plays the puck and then decides, I'm going to help Tampa out. You know, they look like they need some help and just shoves it right into the, not like off the post and in,
Just
not like
straight
right
into the
dead
net.
center of the net, goal.
If you want to share my screen.
This visualizer
So,
is hilarious.
The first slide when I sat down for the show today was I got to get the edge goal visualizer up.
Okay.
So the puck is in Tampa's zone. Braden Point chips it out. It goes all the way to Charlie Lindgren, who skates out of his net to pick it up and
just dumps it into his own
And then,
goal.
wait. Look where the
And
puck goes after.
flicks it out.
And
Hit that
And you
guy.
know what? Like
Oh my
And that
tried
was-
to explain to me. Actually, no one's tried to explain to me why he did this. Like why?
I think he
'Cause-
was trying to go off the, obviously not
And this,
putting your own net.
and this was going to be where I started with the lead in that I 100% announced for the show.
Hi,
saying
Merrick
I had a
Robinson,
lead in
don't-
for this.
Merrick Robinson doesn't listen to Merrick.
Whatever. It's fine.
We know.
So I mentioned on the show before that
Flipping me off live on
I'm a
camera.
PA announcer for the Mount Royal Cougars.
Yep.
And a couple times during the season, I'd be like watching the game, and I'd say to the stats person, Taylor from Armed Triathletes, I'd lean over him and I'd say, every time one of the goalies goes to go pick up the puck outside of his own net, I'm scared he's gonna flick it into his own net.
That or he flicks it right to somebody else who then just
Yes,
scores the empty
yeah.
net.
Yeah. And they tend to flick it. They tend to step out and then flick it behind their own net just to try and like buy their defense more time to
Yeah.
actually set up
And
stuff.
nine times out of 10, it goes behind the net.
Not even 9 times out of 10. Like way more often than that because that happened once.
True.
Sorry, I'm just watching the video that the Capitals posted after the game, and their coach is like, "You helped out Charlie like after he scored," and then
no.
they like give the chain away like the player of the game, and then I just see the guy be like, "First NHL tuck tonight," and they give it to him.
On the bright side for Lindgren is that the Capitals did end up winning.
Yeah,
I
dude.
also
If they
think-
lost that,
I
like,
also think
he'd be
Braden.
going to the cage.
I also think the fact that goal was Braden Point's hat trick goal
That is wild.
is so funny.
I would
That-
not want that hat
That
trick.
also
I
at the
would
time
not
had the
want that.
possibility to be the game-winning goal.
That
It
would-
could have been.
that was
it
a
would have been the
4-3 goal for
game-winning
Tampa.
goal, yeah.
Oh,
I'm just like,
no.
it's so silly.
Also, to me, I kept being like, no, the other net was empty, and it was close at that point. But I guess he's just going out to play the puck.
were they on like a power play?
No,
Or bro just felt like, I feel like scoring. No, maybe just.
bro just felt.
And like a good little moment is I did see Pierre-Luc Dubois go immediately, like right after Lindgren flicked the puck into the stands,
Okay.
Like Pierre Luc Dubois did go and be like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna be okay."
Yeah.
Which is
I mean,
what
that's
you need
easy
to
to
do.
I
say,
guess, there's lots
but
of game
imagine if
left,
they
obviously.
weren't.
I guarantee you, like, could you imagine Ovi on that bench? I think he would have been laughing a little bit.
Probably.
He would have been like,
If you want to share my screen again
What
here.
was the time? I want to say timestamp.
I think there was like
Seven-
I think it was like
7:25.
so
7:25.
it'd be
It'd be
40
it'd be 12:35 left
Oh.
in the third.
Okay.
So
math.
so Lindgren has the puck here, and I can tell you exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to get it to Carlson, so he's trying to ring it around the boards
Yeah.
here to send up to
I'm
Carlson.
assuming just like a, yeah.
And then he
thanks,
proceeds to not do that.
The only issue
Just
is
wasn't even close to not
No,
doing
it
that.
was.
I think the only thing the issue with that is the net got in the way.
Yes.
When did they put that in?
I know.
When,
Like,
Yeah.
How long has that
What-
been there?
Get that out of here.
he puts it in the net and he goes, "When was that there?"
Yeah, that hasn't been there all game.
That's funny.
Even
For
though
my
at that point it
career.
was 3
What a shame.
My whole hockey.
I don't know. I just wanted to take a minute out of the show and point and laugh at that.
I think it was
'cause
better that they could poke fun at that because of
They
that
won.
they won.
If they lost,
They
4-3,
that's
couldn't. You couldn't poke fun at
If
that.
that's
if
the
they
game winning
lost 4-3.
goal, I'm selling my equipment.
yeah, I'm just done.
Like,
That's
I'm-
it.
yeah.
Goodbye.
I was gonna go coach this like minor league team or this like junior team.
I wonder
Gonna
if
go drive a Zamboni.
I wonder if
Yeah.
like maybe
for
Charlie
dumb
Lindgren like
podcasters to go skate on my ice.
I wonder if like Charlie Lindgren at one point was just like maybe laughing to himself like that was I don't know what I just did but that was something.
I'm sure he can laugh about it now, but I'm sure once he
Oh,
fired
no,
it
he
into
was-
his own net, he thought,
Well, there was no like
Did his light flash
the
before his
moment
eyes?
like there was no hesitation. He took the puck out of the net and flicked it out. He goes, "I do not want this puck ever."
I wish he was mic'd up for that.
I hope a fan
I'd be
finds-
very curious to
I
find out
hope
what he
it-
was said.
yeah.
I hope a fan comes forward and goes, "This is the puck
And tapes
that
it.
that
First
Braden
NHL goal.
not Braden Holtby. Whoa, that's a throwback.
Remember
That
Braden Holtby?
Charlie Lindgren scored on himself with.
Put
Sells it
like
for
the
$6
tape.
million.
Put the tape
So
on. It
does
says
Charlie
my
Lindgren.
first NHL goal.
Wait,
Give it to him in the
doesn't
locker room.
Charlie Lindgren have a brother in the NHL?
Ryan Lindgren, he's on the.
Could you
Rangers.
imagine how funny it'd be if Ryan Lindgren was like, "I need to find that puck,"
Yeah.
and be like, "I can now hold this over you."
Christmas present?
Hey, Merry Christmas! Here's
Just give it to him for
it's your first NHL goal.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
I found your
screw
goal
you.
puck.
Because like sometimes when you see like own goal, like I remember in the Sharks Devils game, Timo Meyer had an own goal because the puck bounced off his skate and in the net.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, because I was driving to one of my hockey games last night, and I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe it's like bounced
like
off a
bounced
player."
somewhere, yeah.
Question.
But then I see that, and I was like, "Oh,
Question. Because you can't score on a distinct kicking motion. Can you get an own goal on a distinct kicking motion?
yes," because
So that doesn't get overturned.
no, because
If you kick
you're-
it into your own net, that's a goal.
But it's a distinct kicking motion.
But
But
it's
it
on
all-
your
it's-
it's your own it's an own goal.
but it's
But
ba-
it's not a goal.
but it's
Yes, it
based
is.
off
But
Phil.
it's distinct
That's-
kicking
that's
motion.
the
It should be
rule.
disallowed.
Phil, it's based off intent. When you're like, let's say I'm kicking he's goalie, I'm kicking the puck in. I'm in like that is my goal is to score with my foot in that.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm kicking the goal or kicking the puck into my net, I have no desire to want to do that.
Unless you're trying to.
Well, I don't. Well, then you might want to be kicked off your team at that
Yeah.
point. Then you
Fair
might.
enough.
Then you might need to be fired.
What if there's goalie interference on your own goal? Could you get that overturned?
Could you
No.
imagine like Lindgren pulls a Mike Smith and just goes,
Can't
"What the
coach
heck, guys?"
challenge that? Why not?
No, because what are you doing messing around with your own goalie?
Yeah.
You're just hanging
Play
out
hockey.
with him. You're just,
Could you imagine like
You're just
do you
hanging
remember-
out with him.
Do you remember
Just
like
buddies.
in the series where like
Just little
I think it
guys.
was Uyghur scores from like his own blue line against the Oilers,
Yeah,
and Mike
that
Smith
was
does
awesome.
this,
Rasmus Anderson.
or Anderson. Mike Smith does this.
I remember that. That was fantastic.
Do you remember when Mike Smith does this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
he complains, right? Could you imagine Lindgren just looks around and goes,
What do you expect me to do?
What? The net was open. I took the shot.
"Guys, I thought this was warm-ups."
Looking at defense, where were either of you?
Where's my defense?
Carlson sitting on the other side like, "Hello?"
Oh.
'Cause I think
my
I
defense?
think it was Jake Gensel was right there, and I think you see there's a camera angle from like further back where you see Gensel in front of Lindgren as well as Kucherov, and all you see is Kucherov do this.
Doesn't Gensel play for the Canes?
Nope. He's
Tampa.
on Tampa.
He went from
Since
Pittsburgh.
when?
He went from Pittsburgh to Tampa, and then in the
Right
off season, he went from Pittsburgh to Carolina,
Yeah.
and then Carolina traded his rights to Tampa, and he re-signed for 8 years.
So it's Lindgren, Gensel. Gensel's the first one there.
Kucherov is at the blue lining. All I see is Kucherov do this.
Let's go.
Well, I think if I saw that happen, I don't know what. I think I just start laughing.
That was in Tampa too, so you know people
Oh.
threw hats for that hat trick.
Oh my god, yeah.
Actually,
If were
they
paying
Probably
attention,
they probably
I
didn't because they
guess.
didn't know who got
it
credit
was,
with it.
it was points.
I want to
full.
see if they actually, maybe if the announcers went like, and Braden point, next whistle, a bunch of hats go.
Never
Yeah.
thrown a hat for a hat trick.
Me
No.
neither. Hats are expensive.
I
wanna
quite
keep
like
my
my
hat.
hats.
Me when I'm with my dad,
hats.
I've witnessed 2 hat tricks though, and I was with my dad for one, and I was like, he's like, no, like, I'm like, I need to.
I love my hats. I would never do that unless I got it back.
I know my dad used to think you would get them back, but I don't think you do.
I think there's a way to get them back.
I don't think so.
It's probably annoying.
They just go to the player.
Yeah. Or
What do they do with them? Burn them?
or
Donate
to like
them.
Value Village.
Yeah,
they donate
Tampa
them.
fans were very, very happy with that. They made sure that Lindgren would know that what happened, and obviously they're not. It was kind of funny. I'm trying to see if they actually. I don't think they did. I'm looking at this. It's just like it is. It's quite literally in the middle of the net, but the puck bounces out, and Lindgren with like no hesitation picks it up and flicks it.
CHL corner.
CHL corner. Yeah.
CHL
Speaking of throwing things on the ice, we get to do that this week. The time is finally here. Sunday is the teddy bear toss. I'm very excited for that. Are you guys going?
No.
No,
Aw. Boo.
I am working 10 to 7:30 on. Or sorry, 11.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
You're working.
I'm
It's
working.
fine.
I'm working all day on the first.
I probably have some excuse. I just
shift is
can't think of the
TBD.
top of my head.
Fair enough. I understand. Anyway, yeah, other than that, not much has happened in terms of the WHL because everyone is on a break right now because it is the first ever
They were on a break.
U.S. whatever it's called. I don't even fully understand what this is called. The 2024 CHL Prospects Challenge is what it is. So again, basically what this is the top prospects that are draft eligible this year in the CHL. So that's OHL, WHL, and the Q. Everyone gets, the top guys get put on a team and they play some hockey against the U.S. National Team Development Program. The U.S. National Team Development Program sucks. So the Team CHL won both games. The first game was 6-1. Obviously, our fan favorite Ben Kindle getting a crazy assist on the opening goal of the tournament with Lyndon Lakovic. I don't know who that guy is.
I'm kind of surprised that the Hitmen haven't done.
What?
Do like a special like a Kindle surprise.
Or a candle.
That's so smart.
Like, yeah, like
That would be so
They
fun.
just get a bunch of like Kinder surprises, but like they just like cross out the like they turn the R into an L.
Yeah,
And like they do something.
I
with
feel
that.
like they-
I feel like they're just.
someone
I feel
has to have done that.
They're just staring. They're just staring at a promotional line in the face.
Yeah,
It's not doing
absolutely.
anything.
I wonder what NHL players like that have played or like currently played were ever played in the Prospect Challenge.
This is
This
the
is new.
first one, so the
Oh,
answer is
currently
0,
zero.
Merrick.
Well, now I feel dumb. Thank you. Yep.
Boo.
I mean,
Uh,
I guess you could research that for
crap.
the Subway series and the Summit series
What?
because it used to be a Canada against Russia
no, when it,
WHL thing.
what wasn't that against? Was that Russia or
Isn't
USSR?
there a CHL like game that they play and it's like somebody's team versus somebody's team?
Like every
Like-
game?
No,
a team
like,
versus a team?
like it used to. I swear, like Don Cherry used to have a team that would.
Yes,
play, and he
actually,
fixed
I'm
them.
on the Wikipedia
Oh.
page, and
That's
you're
cool.
not. They literally would go like 2013 home hardware top prospects game, home team coach Don Cherry, away team coach Bobby Orr.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
the-
player of the game Tristan Jarry. What?
The
Wait, you're
lore. It's the lore.
Tristan Jarry played for the Oil Kings?
Apparently.
Yeah, he did.
Seems that way.
I remember doing that in Be a Pro.
Dude, he used to be good.
I know. What
Okay,
happened?
Matt Murray, hello, dude. I miss Matt Murray. Sorry, you can. Travis Konechny. Whoa, Dylan Strome. I'm not gonna say that name
Uh-oh.
because he's a bad person.
I've never heard of that other guy.
This guy's a bad
No,
person.
yes.
Pascal LeBurge.
Also, if I may,
Matt Murray.
the Canada Russia series I was talking about
Yeah.
was from 2009 until
Old.
2014.
That was so long ago.
Some other notable
So there's probably
prospect.
some NHL players from.
Some other notable prospect names in the hardware: Hopkins, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, Ryan Murphy, Taylor Hall, Jeff Skinner. These are all MVPs. Stamkos, Brian Little. Remember Brian Little back in the day?
Going back to your corner.
Yeah, I'll
in
go
the
back to my
day.
corner. Lyndon Lakovic, opening the scoring with, I don't know why they only played 2 games. I wish they played more games. Team CHL getting 29 points to Team USA's 16 shots on goal. Yeah, 6-1 win to start that. That was on the 26th.
I think they scored like in game 2. They scored Team CHL scored the first shot too. I believe. Seems to be a theme with games I watch apparently.
They might have. Anyway, yeah, and then they won 3-2 in the second game, so that's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, no points for Mr. Ben on the second game. I still think, obviously, we talked about the Craigslist last Tuesday, and and how Ben was in 20th. After that assist, he's probably going to go up because that was a huge, that was a pretty Hail Mary in the first period, a Hail Mary from the hash marks all the way up to the other hash marks. It was pretty impressive. So that's exciting. Anyway, that's about all I got because we've talked about what's coming up this weekend. We've talked about how starting tomorrow, Calgary plays 3 games in 3 days, including their biggest game of the year. I'm excited because we look at these attendance numbers. We're looking at it. It's 2,700 people, 5,000 people, 3,200 people. And it's going to keep going like that for the next 2 games. And then the Sunday game is going to be 17,000 people. It's okay.
You're going to that game, eh?
I'm going to that game. Casey's going to that game too.
Where are y'all's seats?
Lower second bowl.
In the arena.
Okay, so you guys aren't getting pelted, you guys aren't in the bottom 4 rows where it's just
brace.
just an
You
avalanche.
literally
of teddy
get
bears.
drowned
You have to pray.
My dad was like, "Oh, I'll send all your stuffed animals to you," and I'm like, "No, we save those."
No, those don't get thrown on the ice.
It said Heroes Hockey does the teddy bear toss that day.
Yeah, so there's the superheroes.
How many birds do they collect?
I think
lot.
last year. Oh, what was the number? It was obviously nowhere near what.
No,
they
of
hit.
course. No, I mean, wow.
But I think McKenna was telling me the goal is 400 bears this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. That's at 9:30, I think, something like that. Early in the morning.
Yeah.
I got to wake up for it. It'll be worth it though.
I remember during the first season of Coast, it was
This is
it was
insane to watch.
the day after or the episode after last year's teddy bear toss. You said I woke up very early.
Yeah.
I was very tired.
I was very sleepy. I was a sleepy boy. I'm not used to that. I'm a bit of a night owl, so got to force myself to wake up. Then maybe I'll go find a mimosa or 2 before the Hitman teddy bear. But it's cool because the Heroes teddy bears, they actually end up getting thrown onto the ice with the Hitman teddy bears. They combine them as a donation. Yeah.
Oh.
So they add to the
Wait.
the donation.
So the Heroes bears go on the ice. They collect them and then they bring them. To
And then they add them. They don't get thrown on the ice at the
Okay,
Hitman
they
game, but
add
they
it to the
just
same-
add to the pile at the end.
Oh, okay. I was about to say it's weird if they just kind of brought the bears to the dome and then just chucked them over the glass.
Just one person throwing 500 bears.
Hang on.
Phil, I want to see if I can find something. I want to do a quick trivia for you.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think I'm going to be able to find
Are
it.
you looking for the record for a teddy bear toss?
No, I'm
It
looking
was in
for
the AHL.
who do
last
you
year.
think scored the first goal, the teddy bear goal last year?
London
It
Hoylett.
was London Hoylett. We talked about this.
Okay, well, I guess that
London.
was.
Then he got traded a week after.
He did it the
No,
year
I
before
love
too.
London.
Okay, I guess that wasn't.
Yeah.
Against,
Yes. Yeah. London got
against
both
who?
of them.
Yeah.
Against who?
Prince Albert. I was there, dude.
Yeah, there was a video on the Coast Instagram. I think that's the first reel we've ever posted on. Or the third.
Yeah.
It was
Because I remember we were talking about how cool it was to see Ben's reaction to being in front of that big of a crowd. But yeah, then London Hoylett gets traded next week, which is brutal.
I think it's
Kinda funny.
I think I said last Tuesday. I asked who's gonna get the Hitman teddy bear toss goal now that London's not there anymore.
Yeah, I mean we can do that too. I mean you guys don't really know who's on the team.
Tanner
but,
Howe.
I think it would be very cool again if Tanner Howe scores his first goal as the teddy bear. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Benjamin.
Okay, that's my guess. Is Tanner Howe. Scores the
Man,
game winner.
imagine if it's Kindle.
What
It
if
would be cool if
what if
it's
it's
Kindle.
what if it's Kindle to Howe goal?
Kindle to Howe would be sweet.
How about that?
Or like Ryan Ing. Ryan
Sorry.
Ing would be cool.
What if it was a goalie goal?
Eric
Just
two
wrap-
That's what I was
goalie
gonna
goal.
say.
Could you imagine just
That would be sick. I don't think that's
Maybe
ever
French.
happened.
Oh my God. Please
I'm
stop.
torn between either Tulk or Yak.
I'm gonna say Ben or Yak.
how are you not? We'll never get old. I can't
No,
wait.
it won't.
I hope he plays.
What do you think, Casey?
I hope he plays for Pittsburgh, like in the NHL, and the announcers just
Who's
abuse
this
that.
Chase guy? I'm going with
Chase
him.
Valiant?
Yep. I know. That's the only reason. Chase, this kid. He's a child.
Don't chase the kid. He's a child.
He's a child.
Chase?
How
It could
would
be
you chase the kid?
How would chase the kid? He's a child.
We're on a roll.
Hopefully we don't jinx it and we end up not
Getting shut
scoring
out.
through the whole game. Hopefully
Okay,
not.
well,
Then do we
but
just
you
throw
say like
It's always the biggest fear with those
they
games.
always let one in.
Usually,
That's like-
usually they let one in.
But
So we're
that's
playing-
always the
we're playing
biggest
Moose
fear with those
Jaw.
types of games.
We're playing Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw is last in the Eastern Conference.
Brendan
Oh,
Yeager.
okay.
So
Brendan
we
Yeager.
should beat them. I hope. Except we're playing 3 games in 3 days. It's insane. It's ridiculous.
Could you
But
imagine the NHL doing that? Could you imagine like
I
an
think the
NHL?
A does that.
But could you imagine
Any
like
Birds
No, the 3 games in 3 days thing.
Oh.
could you imagine
The
the
A
Calgary
does-
Flames on a 3 like go against like
Do the
3 games
Calgary-
back to back to back and go? You play the Jets, then the Wild, then the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
You literally just play the top 3 teams.
It's tough because we play Edmonton and then we play Medicine Hat, who's second in the conference, and then we play Moose Jaw, who's last in the conference.
I mean, that's not too bad.
So I think we're gonna go 2-1 here.
That's not too bad of drives though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Medicine
Edmonton's
Hat
in Med
games.
Hat. That's not horrible.
It's
So-
at 7, and then your game the next day is at 4.
Yeah.
Like that's tough.
You wanted to touch on the PWHL just before we kind of close
Yeah,
the wrap
this will
up.
be
the
our,
show.
this will be our last kind of segment. There's nothing new. Obviously, just because the season opens this Saturday, I'll be keeping an eye on the Ottawa and Montreal game. Let's go with Charge. But on Tuesday, we did say that we're all going to try and pick a team and kind of align ourselves with the team for the season. Obviously, I'm a Charge fan.
So you've picked Ottawa. Casey, I think it's pretty obvious who Casey picked. You might want to put
Minnesota Frost.
it's obviously Minnesota. Did Braden end up getting back to you?
I didn't text him. I'm just going to give him whichever one's left over.
Picking
You, please, you go first.
No, I would love it for
No,
you to go
I
first.
would. All I want is for you to go
Truly,
first.
I have another
I-
team.
Yeah, I was like, didn't you say 2 teams?
I want another team. I'm getting Boston because
Okay.
I'm seeing them play in Seattle. So
Okay.
That's cool. I
I kind
I'm
of want
torn.
Montreal too. Sorry.
You
get
can have, you
2
can have
teams.
2. No more, no less.
I don't know.
I'm torn because I like Blair Turnbull because I've like trained with her. Well, I didn't train with her, but I watched like she trained in the same gym as I did.
Watched her train.
Well, I was also training at the time. But I also really like the Montreal jerseys.
Yes.
Sorry, Montreal.
Montreal.
Okay, so you took Ottawa.
I took Ottawa.
You have Boston
And
and
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So if you
That does,
either,
leave, that does leave the team that I did want. I want the Toronto Scepters.
which means Braden Redshaw is, by process of elimination, a New York Sirens fan.
Team Scooby Doo.
Team Scooby Doo.
Good for Braden
Sarah Nurse
Redshaw.
I think Sarah Nurse.
Yes, she plays for Toronto.
That's why.
I think
'Cause she's my favorite player.
She's likely going to miss the season opener, though. Which, reminder, is this
Blasphemy.
Saturday. The Boston Fleet take on the Toronto Scepters at 2 p.m. Eastern, and the Ottawa Charge take on
so
the Montreal
early?
Victoire at 5 Eastern on
So
Saturday.
early. Why are we doing that? Why are they doing all
Probably
that?
not. I'm assuming it's on Sportsnet.
No, sports
No.
are not carrying it.
It's TSN.
They
So
do
Bo-
have
so
a contract
Boston,
with someone.
Boston, Toronto is on CBC Gem.
oh,
I
well,
I
okay,
don't know
yeah.
where the Ottawa Montreal game is.
I'm quite curious to see, like, because they play Saturday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right in between at 2 p.m. Saturday, November 30th is the Carolina Panthers game. So
So Boston, Toronto is on CBC Gem at 2 p.m. Eastern this Saturday, and Ottawa and Montreal is on
their
TSN
football team not the
at
Panthers?
5 Eastern as well.
So
That's
as
why I was
per the
very
hockeynews.com,
confused. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
PWHL teams are being games are being covered by CBC, TSN, and Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Which is so random. CBC and Sportsnet are the same, right?
But it's,
CBC
but it's
owns
not being
Sportsnet.
shown on
No,
sports.
Yeah.
CBC does not own Sportsnet.
Are you sure?
they are
Rogers
both
owns Sportsnet.
they are both very independent companies when it comes to
Is CBC its own?
CBC is like the Crown Corp, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were the same.
No, you were wrong.
I'm Googling this.
I'm looking at the schedule here, and I don't see what games are on
Google
Prime, so I guess it'll just kind of come up when it comes up.
I don't know, man. I just work here.
In any event,
You guys are getting paid?
we will see you guys on Tuesday for another regular show. And
Regular show.
since the trivia episode from last Thursday has been kind of bad and exported
It was
poorly
so
and
good.
now no longer a thing. We are redoing it with some new questions on Thursday with Quizmaster Casey on her last show before we all leave for the Christmas break.
Be sure to check out Coast to Coast on TikTok because there will be daily posts on there.
But that is it.
Except maybe Christmas.
That's it for this Thursday episode. I've been your host, always Alex Burke with Merrick Robinson,
See you guys later.
Casey Freeman,
Boom.
Phil Trombley.
That was the least enthusiastic boon I've ever seen in my life.
See you guys
And we'll
next
see you guys
Tuesday.
next week.
Enjoy
See you later.
the PWHL season start.
And the
Enjoy-
toss.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Maya. Bye.
Everything that